Let's try and give all these games 2 reviews at least. BSquadRL by BamFoodle. BSquadRL is my roguelike for SNDRL 2025. You take on the persona of Akaro, a spacefaring fox-humanoid hybrid. He's been tasked with investigating an attack on a space station under his employer's protection. However, things are not all as they seem. Good luck. This year ended up being much easier to finish than last year. I was able to reuse some code from various projects, including my Y submission from last year. I wanted a challenge of working with graphics after having spent a lot of time working with win-lose assets in our project. Dealing with walls and wall borders was a bit of a chore, but I'm very glad to have gotten that ironed out because I love the aesthetic it gave the game. There are a few things I wasn't able to get to, most obvious being sound and music. I had also planned on a few more levels, essentially a second half to what the game is right now. Melee weapons for the player would have been nice, along with skills like dash to go multiple tile or jump to get around those pesky crates. Plenty of fluff bits to make it feel more complete, like animations and things specific to the area like beds for the living quarters or some test tubes in the research labs would have also been nice to have. Special thanks to assets that you use from the following creators. So, Admirian, Robert Pinero, Wenrexa, Winlu. Note there are some game-breaking bugs that require fixing post-release via the version 1.0.1. Fixed map generation for the bridge level. Fixed chain hit and explosions causing the game to crash. Fixed missing texture load causing the game to crash. The original version is still available if necessary for judging. To clarify, both versions were made within the 7 days. I just created the page for the original 1.0 version and added a bug fix update a few hours later. Okay, so I don't really need to play the the original one then, if you've already got just in the 7 days, so let's play this. So BSquadRL, it was made just by the one guy, BamFoodle. Let's see what it's basically got for us here then. And of course Windows protection, because always. And of course, AVG errors and stuff like that, because why not? So we got the creds, which basically is like, special thanks about those people, developer. New game. Corvus via earpiece. This was as close as we could get you. Akaro. I'm only here because you caught me before I could go on leave. Just tell me where to go. Corvus. Maybe you should have been quicker to leave the Norix Lake Taggart. You can take the eastern exit and head through the cargo storage, or the western exit to take a trip through the research lab. She doesn't have a bunch of stuff to take care of for lousy human. Looks like the area you're in is on lockdown. You'll need to find a way to turn that off before you can move forward. And transmission. So, you can take the eastern exit to head toward the cargo storage, or the western exit to go through the research lab. So you basically have choices here. Interesting sort of animations, but it's fine. Reminds me very much of Castle Winds, like animations, so to speak. Very basic, but it's fine. So turns taken 5, F1 for help. So movement, arrow keys, wait and spot, enter, open inventory with I, pick up item with G, use switch or level exit with E, melee attack, move into enemy, range attack, T to open targeting, reload with R, save and exit to main menu with escape, and inventory, to traverse inventory with arrow keys, use equip with U, D with drop, close inventory with I or escape, targeting, move target arrow keys, fire with enter, cancel target with escape. So very, very basic. Doesn't seem like numpad works, so it's just cursor keys. A grunt shot me, so this guy's got a ranged weapon. Okay, we killed the grunt. So obviously the HP is my HP. I wonder how many shots I have. Okay, so backpack, we got medkit, grenade, description, medkit, heals 5 HP. Grenade, deals 10 splash damage. My equipment is basically currently level 0, weapon pistol, damage 1 to 3, range 5, clip size 8. Can I fire from here? Yes, I can. There's a pistol here. So, nothing really too spectacular about the pistol here, so whatever. I might drop that in a moment. It's got a very basic feel, this game, but that's not a bad thing. There's another grenade. Whoop! Good commander. He shot me for 7 damage apparently. Player hit the grunt commander for 1 damage. They're reloading, I'm reloading. Bam. Bam. Okay, we killed the grunt commander. There doesn't seem to be any issue with reloading your weapon. You can basically have infinite shots, so that's a thing. Apparently I can shoot through walls, by the way. Okay, killed him. Let's reload. We use that. So you don't press enter to reload these things. They just get used. There we go. Healed up a little bit. Now I know there's an issue here where these guys, I'm firing at them, but they aren't responding to the fact that I'm shooting them in the face. Okay, you level up. Attacks now do additional 1 damage. Max health increased to 35. Hooray. Where's my experience basically showing, I wonder? Is there a character screen? I'm not really sure. Not that you need it, honestly. It doesn't seem like I get a health regeneration or anything when you level up, whatever. I almost feel like you'd have a button to use these from the floor. So yeah, there is issues with enemy sort of activation. Whoops. I let myself get shot there. One, two, three, four, five, six. I might be missing this guy constantly here because I'm too far out of range. No, I can hit him. Shotgun. So, shotgun. This has range of 3, but does a lot more damage. I'm going to guess that this is what the Grunt Commander's probably using on me, but whatever. So there's the research lab right there if I want to go that way. switch will end the lockdown. Okay, how do I use the, you know, stuff here? So wait and spot, enter, movement, pick up IMG. May have to press G. I wonder if you're able to, like, you know, turn off lockdown. That might be something that, like, wasn't implemented just yet. Let's try and clear the first level. So let's wait to the cargo storage. So you can press down, hold, and, like, you know, move in, like, you know, directions. That's nice. So yeah, there's a bit of an issue with, like, enemies being really unresponsive, but whatever. Okay, I have to figure out how to, like, you know, use these things here, by the way. So movement with arrow keys, wait and spot with enter. Oh, use E. So we have to use, like, E to sort of end the lockdown. Can I leave here, by the way? You need to find a switch to disable lockdown. So yeah, you have to disable the lockdown in order to leave. And it turns green, very excellent, you know, excellent. The graphics change as well. Research lab. Just got to the research lab. Do you think they have snacks here? Corvus. Didn't you eat before you left the ship? I wouldn't recommend eating anything that they were working on here. Bah, wait, what's that whirring noise? Keep me posted on what you find. We're still working on finding out who's behind the attack. Now I'm noticing that these are very big levels, and you gave me a shotgun. I think it would have been a good idea to actually have some, like, you know, tight spaces where, like, you know, whoops. It would have been, like, good to have, like, you know, some really close situations where, like, you know, you wouldn't be able to sort of, like, just, like, be running around, like, you know, doing whatever. Oh, these guys are coming in mass. Level 2, I do additional damage, max health increase. Yeah, I don't need to carry around his pistol, so let's drop it. I don't know why this guy's coming after me. He's gonna pay for it, though. I kind of feel bad when inventory you should have, like, enter, but, you know, honestly, you do with what you got. So, you know, work with what you got. That's all it really is to say. I'm noticing the grunt commander basically moves towards you, by the way, so at least they work, you know, sort of as intended. And I just realized, by the way, I can actually see, like, my chance of hitting these guys with, like, you know, the targeting. So grunt 40%. So I have only a 4% chance of hitting this guy. I thought that was his health at first up top, but I guess this is, like, you know, chance of, like, dying, so. There you are. there's another commander there. Are these guys, like, commanders following me, or is this these guys, I wonder? And yeah, there's, you know, they were definitely coming after me, went for radio, but, you know, once the radio was done, they don't come after me, so... Targeting could definitely be improved. I don't mean my accuracy, but the fact that I have to constantly keep pressing, you know, the stuff. Use this. Ouch, I got shot. Okay, we got rid of him. And again, I can sort of like just outpace this guy and then he can't see me anymore. So these guys have sight rings that are too small. And because there's no ammo, I can sort of like just keep on, like, you know, firing at these guys. Armor? Oh, there's a guy who's going to follow me. I don't know if he's going to call the air commander, by the way, this guy, so there's that. You know, I haven't used this yet. I hit for 1 damage. Awesome. I equipped my shotgun, and hello. I shot him for 10, he shot me for 2. Shot me for 2. Goodbye. I mean, I might still die because, like, you know, I let myself get damaged here, but not impressed with the AI. Juggernaut armor. Reduces damage by 4%. Hooray, I'm armored. Grenade. There's shotgun. Oh, I killed him in 1 shot. Oof, I'm dead, I think. I missed him with a grenade. You died. The station exploded, killing everyone inside. Good job. Now Corvus has to go find a new recruit. Kills 19, turns second 1,267. And apparently this doesn't escape very well. That might have been because I'm in a grenade, but whatever. Well, let's try and go view cargo storage, I guess. And okay, this is very unresponsive. There's issues, but you know, whatever. Yeah, let's quickly try and go through the, you know, the storage. Large med kit heals me for 10. So there is other items you can find. This is fun. Whoops. Of course I'm getting shot. He used the radio? Okay, so these guys can also use the radio. Okay, there's the cargo depot, so... Yes, I'm firing like out range, but I just want to see if I can get a hit here. Yep, yay. There's a med kit. It behooves me to kill these guys, by the way, because I want the level ups, but I'm really just looking for a switch to sort of get out of here. Nothing this way. Interesting generation of levels here. Level up, hooray. I'll probably make it so that when you're targeting stuff, you can't go out, like, you know, past your targeting range. Or something. This is sort of indicate, like, you know, how far I can shoot and stuff like that. This will take me to the research labs. Yep, there we go. There it is. The wrong thing there. I never did see the commander, so maybe he's like a rare spawn on this level. There he is. What is he doing? So yeah, AI is not that great. So I guess there's always one, like, you know, commander, but whatever. Alright, made it to the cargo storage, minimal hostiles so far. Reports are showing that this station is one of the worst organized under our protection. There should be plenty of spare items around that you can use if you can navigate the maze. Can't I just blast my way through? Only if you want to get sucked into the vacuum of space, your choice. And again, long corridors. At least I see armor. Oh, I'm being shot, so I got too close. So basic armor, combat armor. Combat armor basically does what? 20%, basic armor does 10%. I wonder if, like, you know, there's like durability in armor and stuff like that, but, you know. Whatever. I also wonder if I can shoot for the crates and stuff, because, you know, technically this might be a situation where we shoot over the crates. This actually makes more sense to me, but whatever. But, you know. It would be nice if I could remember where items are, by the way. But, you know, again, 70-year-old, I'm not going to worry about that too much. There's a shotgun. There we go. Some more weapons. SMG. Rifle. Okay, rifle does 5 to 8. That's basically what the marksman is probably using. Clip size free. SMG has clip size 15. It's got a 3-round burst. That makes me wonder if I'm doing like 2 to 3 damage per hit. Well, let's just go use the rifle for now. I'm going to drop the pistol. Don't really need that, I don't think. I'll carry around the shotgun for now, but I'm probably going to be using the SMG in close combat. Now, we had, like, you know, in the research lab, those marksmen and stuff like that. I wonder if it's going to be like different enemies. Oh, there you go. Well, you already knew this guy would probably be here, but, you know. He has friends. I kind of feel that the rifle should probably have, like, you know, less range basically up close, but whatever. Alright, we cleared off these guys. Let's go clear the rest of the room. Gotcha. It's literally fish in a barrel with a rifle. I have to say, quite a bit of a, you know, inventory here, but, you know, nothing spectacular. Okay, there's the way down to next level. I'm tempted to push on, but let's just see if there's any more, like, you know, in the cargo hold to sort of deal with. Oh, that's basically it. So that's the level. Cargo hold seems a little bit too easy compared to, like, you know, the research lab. It basically, you know, doesn't have marksman in it. That's what would be a you know, thing about this level. I probably have marksmen shooting across the crates just to make it very, very, very deadly for how, you know, glamorously nice it is. The bridge. Corvus, V8 earpiece. Good to see you're still in one piece. You need to hurry to the power station. Reading indicates that one of the reactors had its cooling turned off. How much time do I have? 15 minutes, maybe 20. Size and cracks is not knuckles. Answering mission. So here's the bridge. A blue golem. This guy comes at me. Okay. And of course it's shooting at me. 5 damage. Ow. Reload your weapon. Blue crystal, what's that? When applied to a weapon, it will reduce the damage reduction applied by armor by 10%. Okay, let's use this on the rifle. I guess we just augmented our rifle. So yeah, you can see he's got ignore armor on it, so that's nice. Let's use a med kit. Makes sense. Exploder. Please die. Okay, we kill off him. Still lots of cargo to go around. Yay, level up. I like there's nothing on one side, but everything's on the other side. Power. Target is here. Her scent is permeating through the corridor. Ship sensors just picked up her presence too. I hope you don't have any choice words for her because the only way she makes it back to Norix now is in a buy bag. Don't forget you need to restart the cooling system for the broken reactor before I can get you out of there. Look for the one with orange lights. So we got ourselves a boss to deal with, probably. Juggernaut armor. There's a red golem. Oh, these guys are coming in mass. Arch med kit. Boom. Kill the exploder. They're shooting me for a lot of damage. That's annoying. It has hit the wrong buttons here. That's annoying. Oh, I killed the red golem. There goes you. We kill them all. We're not dead yet. Use this. Might be good to actually save some of those, like, you know, large med kits, but oh well. Let's use this. So when applied to a weapon, a chain hit up to 2 additional targets. Red crystal, when applied to a weapon, it will do splash damage and erase a free from a target. Can I apply this all to my rifle, I wonder? I wonder. Notice augments it, so it basically changes it around. So I probably got rid of my armor penetration, so to speak. There's the Juggernaut armor. There he is. I'm being shot by a grunt, apparently. He's right there. So yeah, there's also some targeting issues in this game. Okay, so player shot the grunt for 5 damage and killed him. Shot him for 6 damage. 5 damage. So the SMG, it's got a free round burst. Honestly, basically, I'm like hitting, like, you know, free time, so it could be like, 6 damage or like 9 damage, which is like, better than a rifle here, but it has issues too. Let's use this. So that one's fine, I guess. So we got Mega. That could be useful. And this is where I'm going to, be paying for changing out my like blue Fang bow. Well, Mist Exploder, anything else. Shot me. Okay, finally kit those other guys. Let's pull this out. Finally got him. Use. It's yellow crystal. When applied to a weapon, it adds a 25% chance to hit for double damage. Honestly, I want to use that basically, I think, right now. Whoops, I let this guy get really close. There's a door. Yay, I'm level up. Found the exit, but we can't get out just yet. Taggart used the radio. That's annoying. So there's Taggart over there. Use. I might as well do this at long range, I guess. Oops, she came down to me. She was using an SMG. I shot for massive damage. And I think I died. Can't really tell. It could have just crashed. Alright, well, that's basically BSquadRL. It has its issues. I mean, it's a traditional roll, but it has issues. Not much more to say than that, so take care.